Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. Back to Monday again. So it was a good weekend. Kind of busy last week, but a really good weekend. Sidekick is over for the week. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Went out and had some good food here, there, and yonder, and cooked a big old pot of cabbage soup last night. Good stuff in my world. So last night, Saturday night into Sunday morning was, and then through today on Sunday some, with a pretty good rain event around here. There's been some localized, flash flooding. Some of the roads had water over them. Right here at the apartments where I live, it's pretty high. We don't have problems with the rain. I'd probably take the levee breaking before we'd have a lot of problems here. But there were some people who did have problems. The LSU campus, there were pictures of the water all over campus with cars, and I heard some of the dorms flooded. But yeah, it was quite the rain event. But it's good to be that time of year, so we'll get more of that kind of stuff, more of the heavier thunderstorm type things and stuff like that as we go along into the summer. That's summer in the South. What can you say? At least we're not in Tornado Alley. I hear they're already having tornado problems north of us. Well, we have been having north of us, as in North Louisiana, is earthquakes. How you like that? 4.0, I think the biggest one I remember reading was like 4.8 or something like that up around Shreveport. That's a little interesting. You don't really expect to hear earthquake in Louisiana in the same sentence, but it does happen occasionally. Calling it a shave. As you can see, we didn't shave this weekend, so we got a little bit going on. I shaved Friday night. We had the little training meeting on Saturday morning. That went really well. So I didn't shave since then, so we got a little deal. So I decided to use some stuff we haven't used in a while. And I was digging around and I came across my good old H-2 here. This is a Schick H-2. This would have been known as the Deb. And it was marketed for the ladies. Works pretty good. But it, they had the H1, which we call the Huzzy. And then they had these. And they shave, in my opinion, really well. I don't know if originally you were supposed to turn these around and they have a bigger handle on them. But these are old and worn and that wouldn't work anymore. So you have to kind of hold them like this. So it's a little bit different there. But they do a really good job. I got one here a while back, then I got another one. They got a light blue one and a red one. And then, then they have the H2, which is a little bit bigger, probably a little easier to use. But, angle, pressure. If you can hold consistent angle and pressure, it'll shave. Razor to razor, blade to blade, and this kind of proves that because really no handle on this one. Caro, if I remember correctly, that's how you pronounce that, even though it looks like Kapo, but Caro, K-A-R-O. Bulgarian, as a matter of fact, and it's a very nice Bulgarian cream. There are several Bulgarian creams that are nice. I've got some, and I need to dig them out and use them more. Creams are fine. There's nothing wrong with creams over soaps, in my opinion. I don't think there's any big deal at all. So someone's going to have to refresh my memory because I don't remember. But somebody sent me a big bag of sample stuff here a while back. And in there was Lucky Tiger, and I don't know why I haven't already, and I may have tried it and forgot that I tried it, but I don't remember trying it. So we're going to use, after this is all over with, some Lucky Tiger and see what we think about that. I've heard of Lucky Tiger. I don't remember ever using it, but I've definitely heard of it. Also, I've got to Speck. That's something else that I really wish I had some of, that I'm like looking at getting Speck and some tobacco. Aftershaves. Some reason that was on my mind the other day when I was thinking about stuff. That's a couple I want to get. So for a brush today, we're going to use the big old Maggards mixed brush. Man, that thing's gargantuan. Is it a really big plus that it's a big brush? Not really. Is it a really big drawback that it's a big brush? Not really. Not that I can tell anyway. But that's what we're going to do today. A little Cairo. This is the classic. It's got a real nice light scent. And we'll just get some on the face here. Now this is how I like to do creams. You may do it different. You can put it right on a brush. and work it up. But I just usually take some and smear it on the old face here. And I hadn't used this in a while, but it doesn't generally take much as you would think it would on a cream to get a good lather, face lather. Face lather like God intended on that bowl lather. Oh yeah, nice scent here. I can imagine there's a lot of good smelling guys walking around Bulgaria just from what their shave creams. But we'll just start with kind of a damp brush and we'll start working this into a paste. Oh yeah, we put plenty on. Usually we put too much on, but that's okay. Once you get it started like that, then just barely dip the tip of the brush into the sink. And look at that. We're going to have suds all over the place. Something good for the H-2 to work on. Like I said, it was marketed as a ladies' razor, but it does a really good job. And at one time, they were kind of hard to find. Now, I distinctly remember at one point I said, well, these are hard to find. I found a couple, and then all of a sudden, there were like 5 of them that people were pointing out were for sale in different places. But they're not as easy to find as some of the other Schicks, I will say. And they shave like a Schick. They use the same blades and they shave. One neat thing about them is you can use the twin blades in these. They were made after the twin blades, so you could use a twin. And the twins in these is a pretty good deal. Now, do you need twin blades? Is it kind of a marketing thing? Absolutely. No doubt about it. But it's another one of those marketing things that it works just fine. But anyway, all right. So if I remember correctly, that's kind of how you got to hold it. And you just want to keep your, constant pressure and angle. That's all you're doing. Just shaving. Did I lose the hair or the brush is there? I think the brush lost it. Uh-oh. My shave brush lost the hair. I guess it's time to throw it away. Whatever. Back under here. A little bit slick to hold on to when you still got a little soap on your hand, but that ain't too bad. And the blade's in good shape. I thought it was. I don't remember the last time I used it, but these old Schick injector blades definitely last good. Get the soap cleaned up off that thing. It won't be as slick. There we go. Oh yeah, be another great Schick shave. Like I said, I hadn't used this in a while, so I kind of had to remember how I used to hold it. It'll all work out. Now that I know. Back over here. Matter of fact, I've still got my mom's 19, I think it's a 69. I don't remember now, it's been too long. I've got her Lady Gillette. Nice long handle, it's basically a long handle super speed. But it works really well also. That was one of the first safety razors I ever used growing up. It was in the house. I can remember using it. Kind of taught myself how to. Wasn't as good at it as I am now, I would say, but it worked. All right, let's get under here. Now, one thing that would help with this is if I dried my hands off, but I'm not going to really do that. So normally we would just go right straight into the second round here, but I want to clean up just a little bit and kind of show off how good just that first pass is before we even go to the second pass and then clean up with the witch hazel. I did remember to refill the witch hazel bottle though. Did remember to do that. So check that out. Even after the first pass, we got to clean up around the goatee on this side, but cleaned up really nicely. Those little Schicks, like I said, they shave like a Schick. There's nothing overly complicated about it, even though it doesn't have a handle on it. Everybody talking about long handle, short handle. How about no handle or the wind? We do want to make sure we get that goatee cleaned up. That'll drive me nuts tonight if I don't if I don't get cleaned up around the goatee over there. Alright, so we dry this off a little bit. It'll be easier to hold on to. So if you want to do it that way, if you have one, that's fine. I think I mentioned it last time. I'm getting to finding out that with the all the extra skin wrinkles and stuff I'm getting as I get older, skin stretching becomes a little bit more important. And I've definitely noticed that lately. I can actually get a weeper every once in a while, and it's just cause of one of the little creases in the skin, the old wrinkles. Blade to catch it just wrong. We ain't gonna dry it off this time. We're just gonna come on across here, get our across the grain stuff going on. But definitely, if you're having issues with stuff, remember, skin stretching is a good thing. Nice flat surface to shave on, just like mowing or discing or anything else. Got a nice flat surface, it all works better. Oh, that's a nice shave right there. I'm guaranteeing you that's a nice shave. All right. Now we'll do our regular cleanup and everything gets ready for some witch hazel. Really nice slick soap. The Bulgarian stuff, like I said, is very nice. Of course, one of the best rose scented soap, I think, was Rose of Bulgaria. And I don't think they make the shaving soap anymore. The last I remember, it's been several years. I've got some around here somewhere. I know I've still got some Rose of Bulgaria. But anyway, I got a bit chastised in the comments here the other day because I didn't use a rose soap on Thanksgiving. Probably didn't even think about it. But anyway, I did have some really nice rose. They mentioned Zaza's Petals, which is a really nice rose soap, by the way. Zaza, of course, that was from what? Kill a Mockingbird? No, was it The Kill a Mockingbird or was it Beautiful Life? Someone help me out. Which one was Zaza from? All right, I got a little rust spot under the chin right over here. You can feel that with the witch hazel. That's a good thing about it. And we're going to go right on straight under over there. Just dress that up a little bit. It don't take much. Make sure we got the goatee. Yep, goatee's trimmed up pretty good. We're going to come right back under this side. But it's just a regular old cleanup pass, which gives us an excuse to make another shaving pass, right? That's pretty much all it is. All right, look at that. There we go. Have a peep at that. What do you think? All nice and clean to shave. Very nice shave, folks. Very, very, very nice. Knock that off a little bit. Let's see what happens with the Lucky Tiger. I'm gonna put some on, but I'm gonna shower here in a minute, so I'll put some more on before I go to work. But like I said, I do not remember who sent the samples, and I will be happy to give credit where credit is due if somebody wants to remind me. All right, Lucky Tiger. Light scent, isn't it? Feels good on the face, though. Of course, I don't moisturize and stuff. But anyway, got a good face feel to it. It's a light scent. All right. Well, there we go. That's what we got going for tonight. By golly. And of course, same thing happens that does out in Tucson when it rains and the roads floods. You've always got people who are trying to go through the flooded water. I was seeing pictures of people's car flooded out. It's like, why do you do that? I've told this story before, but Tucson actually, or Arizona, not just Tucson, actually enacted a stupid motorist law. And this law said that if there's water, during the monsoon, the dry washes flood, and it doesn't take very deep water moving at speed, it'll shove your car sideways. But anyway, that if you go out and get caught in that, and they have to come rescue you because you were being dumb and going into somewhere you shouldn't have been, that you're going to get charged for the rescue. So that was the stupid motorist law they had out there when I was out in Tucson. But anyway, we need more stupid people laws. There's plenty of them around. Look at that. Feeling good, looking good. Shower time, then be time to get dressed for work. Go in and put Monday night in, get the week started. Finish up my cup of coffee, and we'll be rolling along. That's what I got for tonight. Hope things are going good where you are. If you were caught up in all this rain, hope things are good and starting to dry out. It's still, ditches are still full here and stuff like that, but it is getting better. All right, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever sent the lucky tagger, thank you, appreciate it. And happy shades to you.